Here's a question from Kevin. He says, in episode 1, was Perrin's wife trying to kill him? She had her weapon above her head when he turned around, not a book reader. Yeah, at first I was like, wait, what was she doing? I think she was just, it's hard to tell because Perrin is like just really wailing on that Trolloc, and it's almost like she comes around the corner, but then he sort of turns because he's just like, he's in the zone. I mean, and so I almost feel like she was just coming around the corner because she couldn't see.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching it right now. So it's weird too. Like if she is a Darkfriend, she would be. So that's what people are getting at, which is why is she acting so strange? When Perrin comes in, she lays her head back against him. He's holding her stomach, and she seems like Matt said. She's just to him. It felt like she was just an outsider. Like she wasn't someone who had been welcomed yet, maybe into the women's circle, or didn't go out there for that reason. There was a bitterness. There was something going on. She was out foraging, and yeah, I think she was just coming to like knock a Trolloc out and help her husband.
Right.
But that's what I really thought. I didn't think it was anything more than that. But I think it's because there's a strangeness. There's a when you watch it, she is mad. She is out there intense. Something's wrong. When you first show up there, you can see it in her face. Her jaw's kind of quivering, and she's upset
Maybe
about
she's just
something.
trying. Maybe she's trying to make money. She's out there working, and Perrin's
Maybe
out there
she's
drinking.
maybe, man.
She's in the forge, working hard, and I think she's pregnant with it. I don't remember that
totally.
they specifically. I can't remember that does he specifically say it.
I was gonna listen here.
It just looked to me like the way he kind of grabbed her was almost like, the way you're gonna grab,
right,
like the behind the hug, thing.
right.
And so if that's the case, then it's like, hey, I'm in here working for our family, and you're out there,
right, and where he
playing dice,
right. The way he kills her too accidentally,
right there too
implies that
more.
yeah, a child couldn't be saved. So,
Right.
gosh, man. And they did a good job too of showing us that Moraine gets tired using the power, and that you can only
she
do
used
so
a
much.
lot of it. I mean,
did.
it's not like she just uses one thing. I mean, she uses a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
She acts a bit weird. Wolves attack her body in a dream too. Several hints she may be a Darkfriend.
Wow. That's what people are saying, man.
We should go back and look at the blood, because remember when you see the blood of the Darkfriend in episode 3, there's like blackness in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm actually trying because it's hard to tell because it's so dark there.
Right. It's so dark. Yeah. God, she does have a hammer though. She is using the hammer hardcore.
Right. See, I don't know. See, I guess
has an axe.
I guess if it turns out that she's a Darkfriend, then it sort of like can take Perrin off the hook a bit, right? And like, well, she was a Darkfriend, and maybe she was the one that told the Trollocs and all that stuff. But then that kind of goes against the idea that they would just know that they're important and they need to chase them down anyway. Okay. But I don't know that you need any of that for Perrin, because I could just like, dude, it's an accident. It's a total accident.
I am now though. I just watched it again. For anybody who wants to pull it up silently and just do a click through, go look at her, buddy. She's bringing that thing down. It looks like, because his back is turned. The Trolloc is in front of him, and he's already killed it. He's hit it probably 6 or 7 times in the face with his axe. And as he turns around, there's no one there, and she has it raised above her head, coming down.
Let me pull it up here.
Coming down on him. Now that's interesting. So, full on prediction. I can't believe this. So I take back what I said. Let's go tinfoil here. Matt, she became a Darkfriend. Hold on here. She became a Darkfriend. She pledged to get close to this man and to kill him, but she fell in love with him, and she's having his child. And now the only way she can save her child is to follow through. Like it's either I'm going to kill your child, or I'm going to, or you're going to kill your husband. You know what I mean?
Right, I'm watching the scene right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Take your time. I'm going to keep talking. You go do your thing here. Friends, leave me a comment here on this, and if you have a chance to go check this out, it's episode 1. Go look at this again. She's using the hammer, he's using the axe.
Yeah, she does, and she is almost like she's standing there. It's hard. It's still hard to tell a bit because,
She's the way she's got that is well above her head, like she's coming
right,
right down on top of him. And again, not that he wanted to kill her. He didn't even know she was doing that or what her positioning was. She might have just been coming in for a kill blow over top of his shoulder on top of the Trolloc. But
right.
Jack's a bit weird. Yeah, wolves attack her body in Dream too. Several hints. They do. Let me go
Maybe she
back.
is, man.
Yeah, and here's what I'm thinking: the child thing, and again, full tinfoil theory there. Inktar Matt agrees in the book to be a Darkfriend because he saw no other way, or something. Yeah, could. Oh, here's a good comment. Yeah, could be to Viren saving Perrin. Could be that he randomly, swings
Yeah, it's
that
hard to
axe
tell,
back.
man. It's really hard to tell. I just watched the scene again. It's really hard to get anything out of it other than she's standing there. But again, if she's coming around, if she's coming around the corner, it's hard to, you might have it raised.
Well, and again, if you're show creators, you don't want it to be obvious. You definitely wouldn't want something
Exactly.
like that to be obvious. You'd want to bury it and hide it. Now, I'm going to go back here because I think they're right. I'm looking at that dream sequence. I thought something was wrong, and all of her stares look very distant. She looks like she's deep in
Right.
thought and troubled by something.
Right.
So,
But what if, because in episode 2, Perrin, the wolves come to Perrin and they lick him.
mm-hmm,
Right, and
mm-hmm,
then they walk by. So what if right now he's viewing the wolves as a sort of aggressive part of his nature? You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like right now he doesn't know what's going on with the wolves, but that could be that could be part of it.
Right. It could be. It
Maybe
could
he's
be.
viewing himself as a wolf and he's, you know,
Right. This is fascinating. I guess at first I saw the wolves and I just thought she was strange and something was going on, but now that I saw her bringing that hammer down on him, there's more than one piece of evidence. Before I thought it was just one thing and you could kind of
right.
dismiss it, but now I'm thinking, there's more going on here, and it's the dream I want to see. So here it is. Wow, Matt. When wolves attack you, you're no, it's normally not a good thing because the wolves ally themselves with Perrin, so they're his protectors.
Right.
He's a freaking wolf king, man. Um,
When I first
so
saw it, when I first saw it, I thought that it was her doing the same thing as Perrin, turning to attack. But I could definitely be convinced with what you're saying about, especially with Ultra. Yeah, I could be too. I think I need a little more information to go off of. See, because then I guess my question is, does it ruin that if she's a
does it
dark
ruin what?
friend?
Does it
Because
ruin what?
the moment is impactful because Perrin accidentally kills his wife while
Mhm,
he was aggressively. I mean, he was the Trollocs dad, but he's still going to town. It's like very aggressive, right? Type of a thing. And so in his sort of rage, not just fighting to defend himself, he's now in like rage. He turns and strikes his wife.
mhm,
So to me, that goes more in line with his decision of, the hammer versus the axe, right? The way of the leaf and this pacifist different, lifestyle, and that tension he has. More so, if it turns out she's a dark friend, then then it justifies his actions, even though it was still in a moment of rage.
yeah, yeah, I think too, though, it could be she's a yeah, this is gonna sound strange to say, a good sort of dark friend in that, like, she made this pledge beforehand, and she's a dark friend that just loves her husband, but then finds out she has to kill her husband, you know what I mean? Like, made the pledge long ago, put it off,
Right.
struggled with it. By the way, if anyone can find a timestamp for that wolf dream, I would love to see it right now. I have
In
it up
episode
here if
in
you guys.
episode 3, in episode 3, it's probably early to the first third of the episode because it's they're running, and then they make the fire, and then Perrin falls asleep, and then so it's well before they meet the Tuathawan,
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's when they make that fire. So that's got to be early to mid episode 3, because they escape Shadar Logoth in episode 2.
Okay. Oh, I guess if I can track it down. And then yeah, wow, just I dismissed it. I just yeah, I dismissed it.
Right. Yeah, let me see here. It could be setting up an emo parent and taking the place of killing the White Cloaks after they kill Hopper. Yep. Yeah, that's what I ultimately think this is all for. Is that. Yeah, I think him killing his wife is a way for them to sort of cut past like a lot of his family dying in the Shadow Rising before he has his stare down when he tells the White Cloaks off.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, here it is. Here's the dream sequence. I'm watching it right now. My question for
Yeah.
friends as I watch this is,
Right.
are there any other content creators talking about this and whether
What
or
are they
not
saying?
what are they saying about this idea that
I think the show could have made it a little clearer to the watcher. The raised hammer is quick, easy to miss. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I was at, because, and I've watched it twice, just because it's immediate turnaround. You barely see her, so it's almost like he turns around and hits her, and then you realize, wait, she had her hammer raised, not the other way around. Like
Mhm.
so it's interesting. It's good. It's cool, and this is what we want. We want it to be stuff that we have to
Well,
talk about and think about. And
here's the other thing too. This is a dream. The dream I'm watching right now is it's the dark one is presenting this, right? I mean, so it could also be something that's distorted a little bit, right? Even
yes,
though what we know in the books is sometimes what the conversations they had with Baalzamon were real. Yeah, there's a freaking wolf eating her.
yes,
Um
right where he cut her too.
right. Holy smokes. I don't know, man. Yeah, the more I look at that, I'm thinking now that could just be the dark one messing with him, but oh, the Dusty Will spoke about it last night. What did they say? Well, I wonder what the Dusty Will said about this, because again, I that's cool. It's not cool. I know Matt says, okay, maybe you could take away from that. I wish there was a way somehow where you could have an Ingtar moment where it was like there was no chance, like she was a Darkfriend long ago, and then she found Perrin, and then wishes she wouldn't have went down that path, but then they got pregnant. She never thought that she'd be called upon to use, because Matt, you can be a Darkfriend and just do it as a kid for fun, right? It's something
Exactly.
like don't do, and then she does it, but yet,
It's a gang.
oh my god,
They
now
even have
you're
socials.
yeah, yeah. Okay, here we go. So this is they think it has merit, but could also be a talking point thrown to the community. Well, it's definitely working. Dusty Will had vote 60 to 7% think I think said Darkfriend. There you go. That's why we do these things, because that is some stuff right there. That is a whole thing. They didn't go quite that in depth, but still. Huh. I'm honestly kind of
Interesting.
convinced. I'm
I
kind of
am too.
convinced now, because you could do something in dreams or with a letter that was left, or someone else knew. One of the Forsaken tells Perrin something and they use it against him, or maybe it's nothing, but yet they're going to try and make him think that she was, I don't know. Again, it's still his child and she could be protecting the child. There's a lot of angles here, a lot of stuff. All right, sorry.
There's a lot you can do. There's a lot of things you could do with it.
Wow, went down through a portal stone right there, my friend. We went through a portal
Yeah.
stone, and good God.